Hello and welcome to DownForce Update. I'm Nick Janes, your host. This is our first episode. We're not going to call it a pilot because, well, this is just how it is. This is how it's going to be. I'll be here each week bringing you the automotive news of the world, also bringing you a couple new segments, and lastly, what car I'm driving this week. Let's start off though with our sponsor, which is this week, Autodromo. Autodromo, watch this drive. Autodromo, the kind folks out there in New York, are able to throw me down this watch, which is lovely, which is the white face version that they have. If you want to check out their watches and all of their other offerings, you can go to autodromo.com. Throw that link up here. Also, you can find them at facebook.com/autodromomedia. Really like their stuff, really distinctive small watchmaker. If you're looking something that's keyed into the automotive world, that's where you should look. Let's move on to the news. First big story out of General Motors, one of their lab batteries has exploded. Unfortunately, the battery was supplied by A123 Systems. Luckily, the only GM vehicle that has an A123 Systems ion battery in it is the Spark EV, which has yet to go on sale. The Volt and other EVs are fine at this point. You might recall the Consumer Reports owned Fisker Karma that shut down on them earlier this year. That was due in large part to an A123 Systems battery pack inside it. The story at GM is that the battery pack sent off some chemicals that were accidentally ignited, and 5 people were sent to a hospital. 1 was admitted for injuries. Our thoughts go out to the good folks at GM. Hopefully nothing like this happens again. Hopefully A123 Systems can pull their act together. Sad story. We'll move on here. Lotus put up a very bizarre Facebook posting, which is a long rant that made them sound less like a world-class automaker and more like Dwight Schrute from The Office. Let me just read to you quickly a little snippet from this rant. We'll start off here. False rumor number 1. Danny Bahar is no longer CEO of Lotus Group. Fact. Rubbish. Danny Bahar still is. I'm reading this in a British accent because, of course, they're British. False rumor 2. Datro Sri Saeed is no longer managing director of Proton. Fact. Again, rubbish. He still is. You see, this rant, instead of allaying rumors that there's internal turmoil at Lotus, has instead raised questions to the sanity of the organization itself. Made it itself much worse here. It's bizarre. I personally love Lotus. I hate to see any silliness going on with them. Hopefully they'll pull it together with their new F1 team or whatever they're doing there. It's really unclear at this point. Lastly, in headlines, we move back stateside to the Ford Mustang. I know it's only 2012, but 2015 apparently in the automotive world is around the corner. And German automotive magazine Automotor und Sport has confirmed the Mustang is going to be global for 2015. Though we'll still see a live rear axle, we will not, however, be seeing a vintage look for the Mustang. Vintage looks are apparently out. We'll be going to a new modern look. Start seeing things like the turbocharged 4-cylinder we saw in the 80s. All good things, all interesting. They'll have to meet Euro NCAP safety ratings, so things will shift up a bit there for us, but I think it'll be a good global one Ford product. We have time here to check the Autodromo time. Time for 2 more segments. I'll do 2. Next segment, one is very close to my heart. We're calling Bring a Trailer Park. If you're familiar with the website Bring a Trailer, they post images and stats of vehicles that are for sale on eBay and Craigslist, just for automotive nerds like myself. Well, we'll do something here similar. I will find the most hillbilly of postings out there about cars and share it with you folks. This one comes from Vancouver, Washington, Craigslist. Dodge transmission. I have a Dodge transmission for sale. Work needs to be cleaned. You can put in parts cleaner. Call me. Look at that in the dirt there. Lovely, lovely, lovely product there. $200, that's a steal or something, let's say. Okay, I think we got time for one last segment. We'll go to Press Car of the Week. This week I am driving the 2012 Chrysler Sebring, Chrysler 200 convertible. It is the Sebring still underneath, which was Consumer Reports one of their least reliable cars ever. And now, though, it has the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6, which makes 283 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. It's 19 city, 29 highway, let's say, and it will run you $30,000. Not so bad. I mean, you know, a lot of people really dislike this car, give it a hard time. I don't think it's too bad. I think if you look past the full throttle squirreliness of the front drive and the exorbitant asking price, I think it's actually not a bad car. I think Grandma would like this much more than the Mustang you could also get in convertible for a similar price. I will have more for you on that once I do a full review write-up on DownForceMotoring.com. You can check that later next week. That should wrap up DownForce Update. From DownForce Motoring, I'm Nick Janes. Thanks for watching.